Alrighty, so this session is on Edpuzzle, and you all can hear me, correct? Right? Okay. So this session is on Edpuzzle, and I actually went to an Edpuzzle webinar through ETTC right before break, and Michelle went presented, and so I learned this about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. So I'm not an expert on it. I'm just trying to make you aware that you do have other options, that you can use with your students. And Edpuzzle is a great edtech tool. It's free, and you can go to edpuzzle.com and create a free account. And what it's going to allow you to do, it's going to allow you to take videos. So you can take videos from YouTube or a TED Talk or in the Edpuzzle library. And you can put questions in the puzzle, in the video. And it'll allow the students to watch the video and answer the question without like skipping through the video. So it's actually a really good assessment tool to check to see if students understand what you're explaining to them. If you want to teach them something new, it's nice to give them the video. So these questions that you can put in here are multiple choice questions. They're open-ended questions. And then you can also provide a note to them in the video as well. So it's a really cool tool. And, like with anything else, you start small and then you can add to it as you need. So what I'm going to do is I am going to share my screen. And what I want to show you is a little bit of the interface. So you're going to have to let me know if you could see my screen, okay? Let me just go there. So give me a second. All right, let me share my screen. Chrome tab. I'm going to share Edpuzzle. All right, do you see my screen? Anybody? Yeah, okay. So let me put this.
Yes.
All right, so the benefit of having multiple screens is that I can have one screen have Edpuzzle. I can have my other monitor show you guys. And then I have Pebbles on as a participant on my third device. So I can see all different views here. So it's pretty cool. All right. So this is Edpuzzle. So you would go to edpuzzle.com and you would sign up. And you would obviously put in your sign up as a teacher using your school Google account, and you would be able to have access to it. It's free. Okay. So I'm going to sign in with Google. All right. And this is your dashboard right here. So basically, you have here on the left side your content and your channels. All right. The middle part here is going to be the videos that you selected for your class. All right. And then up at the top, you have a content tab, a gradebook tab, because it will keep track of grades. And then you have classes. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is create a class. So you would go to My Classes. And the nice thing about this is that you can add a new class on the left side. And look, you can add it right from Google Classroom. So if you click on Google Classroom, it's going to prompt you with your class, the classes that you've created in Classroom. Okay, so I'll just select this class here so you can see. All right, so it's going to take my class from GTPS PD Day, and it's going to import. And what that's going to do is going to create the class with those students that are enrolled in the Google Classroom GTPS PD day. All right. All right. And here it is. And if I go over to the student tab in the middle, I'm going to see all the students that are in that class. So everything came right over. So that's seamless because everybody's using Google Classroom right now. So I would highly recommend just importing your class right from Google Classroom into Edpuzzle. All right. And that's really simple. So the next part is you want to look for content. So you're going to go onto the content tab. And Edpuzzle gives you channels here that you can search. All right. You can look through the Edpuzzle channel and see and type a topic here. And see actually what videos come up. It tells you the length of the video. So this is a 2-minute and 34-second video. The 14 signifies the number of questions that are in the assessment. Okay. You can also search YouTube. All right. You can search Khan Academy. There's different channels here. And there's a lot of content here. All right. So, you can do that as you wish. But you can also add your own content. So if you were recording yourself, you can add your own video here. And some teachers you may want to do that. So you would just click on the My Content tab here, click Add Content, and then you can create a video right from WeVideo. You can create a video right from Edpuzzle, or you can upload your own video. So you may want to create it separately, not within Edpuzzle, but that's up to you. But the option is here. So you definitely have that option to do that. So what I'm going to do, we'll just pick, and then these are just different areas of content here on the left side. So if I wanted to search for STEM or anything like that, I can search the content up here and just put, if I could type, right, STEM. And it'll filter out videos that pertain to that topic. So let's just say, for example, I'm going to use this video. I don't know. I didn't watch this video, so I don't know what kind of video it is, but it's a STEM video. So I'm going to click on it. All right. And now it brings up the video where I can add my questions to it. Now I can actually reuse people's videos. If you watched a video and the teacher had questions in there that you approve and you feel that are good, then you can use their video. You don't have to recreate it. But if you want to create your own questions on a video that's in the library, like this one, I can do that. So I pick the video, and over here on the right side, I have some options. So I can click Edit. All right. And now I'm in edit mode. All right. And you can see up here at the top, I can cut a video, which is cool because I can actually take this video. It's 2 minutes and 43 seconds and trim it.
See you then.
So I can take it and I can trim it so that maybe it's 30 seconds. So if you want to zone in on a specific, concept or issue, you can do that and then specifically ask them questions about that 30-second video. Okay, it's up to you. You can also do a voiceover, which is nice. So it will allow you to add your voice into the video. And with everything going on today with remote learning, that's not actually a bad idea, because the kids can hear your voice and see that it's not somebody else, and it's a familiar voice to them. So you can do that as well. And then the last tab is the question tab. So this is where you're going to have the power to add your questions in here. So like I said, there's a few choices here. You have a multiple choice question, and this is going to come up with some dialogue for you. All right. Here I can just type in like, what does STEM mean? Okay. So I'm going to actually type the question. And over here, these are going to be like my multiple choice options. All right. So I'm going to just put in here, all right, that's option 1. And I have to tell it if it's correct or not. So that's why there's a check mark and an X here. So I'm going to hit the X because that's not correct. And then the second option, I'm going to put the correct one in, if I could type correctly. All right. And then I'm going to select the check mark so it knows that that's the correct answer. All right. And I can click finish. If I wanted to add another option, I can click add another option. All right. But I'm going to click save.
So now you can have the.
All right. And now you can see here on the left side that it says there's a multiple choice question in here. All right. And this question appears at the end of the video. If you look at the timeline here on the video, it's a 32-second video, but the little dot underneath, this dot that I'm dragging, that's the actual question. So I didn't want it to appear at the end. Of course, I want it to go to the beginning. Okay, so you can move your questions around and rearrange them that way. All right. Now, over here, I can edit the question or I can delete the question. All right. So if I want to edit the question, I'm back in edit mode and I can add another answer here if I wanted to. Okay. Now, another thing that you have the option of is leaving feedback for the students. So if you click this little link here for feedback, you can give feedback here. So you can tell them, watch the video again, go back to this website and read this paragraph over. You can tell them, okay, great job. We're going to move you forward to the next topic. So you can give the kids feedback here as well through this link here, okay? All right, and then the trash can will allow you to delete the question. All right. So I'm going to click continue. All right. And what I want to do next is I want to add another question. So I should hit continue. And now I want to add maybe an open-ended question. All right. So I can click open-ended. And here I want them to actually type in a response. It's open-ended. So you can say where, something like that. Where can you find STEM jobs? And then you click save. Now, obviously, what you would do is you would watch the video. You would watch the video first and then come up with your questions and then figure out where you want to insert those questions into the video. So you may have to watch the video like maybe 2 or 3 times so that you know exactly where to put the question. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was going to say you definitely have to do that. Like you can write down exactly. Yeah, it'll make it easy for you to preview, start thinking of what you're going to ask, and then go back and see where the best spot would be to put the question.
Yeah, good. Yeah, exactly, Kiwi. Because you could actually watch the video, pause it, like you were saying, and then you can write it down or put it in a Google Doc, and then you can go back in and continue to watch it. So, there's a little prep work there, but I think the prep work is worth investing into because this tool is very powerful. So you can put open-ended questions here. I'm going to click continue. All right. Now I'm going to hit stop. And notice here there's a note. Okay, so this note feature will allow you to enter a note to the kids. So you want them to stop watching the video, and instead of prompting them with a question, you can prompt them like with a comment, and say, okay, remember STEM means this. So in all STEM related jobs can be found everywhere. You can just kind of reiterate what's in the video, or you can kind of explain it in your own words like you would if you were in the classroom with the students. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Kiwi.
Sorry, I'm trying to mute because my dog here's a UPS truck outside. She's losing
You're
her
good.
mind.
Okay, so so here I'm just going to put this is a note, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to hit save. And notice here, like when I type the note, did you notice here at the bottom there's a microphone? So you can actually record your note as well. All right. So now you'll see here at the bottom of the video in the timeline, like there's 3 little indicators saying that there's questions and notes in this video. Okay. So now that's all done. I created my assessment. I have my questions. All right. Now I want to finish. So I'm going to click finish up top here. All right. And this video should be added to my content. All right. So that I can assign it, to a different class if I need to. But right now, once I hit finish, over here on the right side, I can assign it to my students. I can go back into edit mode. I can duplicate this, okay? And I can delete this as well, okay? So at this point, I want to assign it. So I click assign. All right, now look at this, guys. This is like magic, okay? I can pick whatever day, or excuse me, whatever class I want. So I'm going to put it in the GTMS edtech so that you guys can see it. The start date I can specify. I can specify a due date. All right. I can turn on, which is on as default, prevent skip-in so that students cannot skip any questions. They have to watch the entire video, answer the questions. You can turn on closed captions as well. Okay. So you can do that. And you can post it right into Google Classroom. So you don't have to post it twice. So I'm going to turn that on and I'm going to click assign. Okay. Remember, I have my class checked off here. Okay. I'm going to click assign. And it says, see here, it says posted in Google Classroom. All right. Do you guys see that? Now, so technically speaking, it assigned it in Edpuzzle as well as in Google Classroom. But we're not going to worry about the Edpuzzle part. We want to make sure that it's correct in the Google Classroom part. All right. So I'm going to go into Google Classroom. Well, actually, what you guys should do is you guys should go into Google Classroom and see if you see the assignment there as a student. And I'm going to go in there as well. And I'm going to see if it posted correctly, which it should have. And it may not have put in a topic for the assignment, which it'll appear up at the top of the classwork page. Do you guys see that?
Yes, it says Edpuzzle STEM. So,
yeah. Okay, good. So if you
click on it,
you can if you want. You don't have to answer the questions or anything like that.
Yeah, it doesn't actually open, Kim. It says we had to ask permission.
It says you should have.
You don't have access to this video.
Okay, so let me see. I don't know.
It let me in.
It let you in?
Yeah, but the thing is that one of the things I've noticed is because I am home, I switch a lot between my two Gmail accounts. So if I'm logged in under my other personal Gmail account, it makes me redo the whole damn thing and type in my GTPS account. That's one of the things I've noticed when people are sharing with me. So all it asked me to do was just log into my Google account again.
I was able to access it. I could bring it up and I saw the video.
Okay. All right. So it's probably something on your end, Daniela.
Yeah, I'm in the right account. Okay, that's fine, as long as we're
Yeah,
good.
no, it might have been. Yeah, I clicked on it and then it just took me, clicked on it again, and then it asked me to log in because I noticed I'm in my personal account. I was in my personal account for a little bit. I don't know why.
Perfect.
No, I did it through my school account.
Yeah, you have to do it through your school account.
Daniela, what school are you in? Are you in GTMS?
Yes.
Okay. There goes that
Maybe
theory.
check your profile in your browser, Daniela, and see if you are
Yeah,
if
it
it's
has me as
pointed to your
school. Okay.
GTPS account.
Mine worked.
Yours worked, Tina?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, good. Yeah, I don't know why. It says
All right. Well, I can
Whatever.
I can help you later with that, Daniela.
No, it's
okay?
fine.
You sure?
Yeah, because I'm like, I already have my kids doing an Edpuzzle. I already have an account, so.
Okay. So you can you can do that as well. All right. And then like my post in the GTMS classroom didn't have a topic on there. So like I've been telling people, you need to make sure that you put topics on all of your posts in Google Classroom. So you may have to edit that post and then just add a topic to it.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So what happens next is now you gave your assessment to your students and they have the video and the questions, and now they're going to answer the questions. So if you want, you can try to answer the questions so that you can see the student perspective. It doesn't matter if they're right or wrong. And then I want to show you the gradebook here for the assessment. So just go ahead in there and just pick any
Okay, hold on.
yeah, just pick anything. It doesn't matter.
But don't we gotta watch the video though? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's only 30 seconds.
All right. Perfect. Continue.
I understand why it keeps opening a different tab.
Now, what's nice about Edpuzzle is that you can create mathematical equations in here. So I don't know if you knew that, Daniela. So
No, I actually stole a video from somebody else.
Oh, okay. So when you create a question in here, I'll go into this one. And if I click edit and I want to add a question here, let's see. I can actually go into this and add a question. So wait a second. Hold on a minute. Let me edit this. Questions. And I'm going to add let's do multiple choice. And if I hit the FX button here in the text box, that's going to bring up like an equation editor. And it's going to allow me to pick different symbols into my questions. So you may find that helpful, Daniela, okay? So I can,
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can put whatever I need to put in here. I didn't pick a very good example there. Let's see, 2/4. Okay, and hit okay. See how I put 4 and then 2/4 in there. So, you can use the FX button here to insert the equation. And remember, like you can format these these questions as well. You can put bold, italic, underline, subscript, superscript, and then a link and a picture too. So it doesn't all have to be text. It could be images as well. Okay. And that goes for your choices for the multiple choice questions too. Okay. All right. So let me go back to my content, and I'm going to go into my, how come it's not, look, there it goes. Okay. So now I want to go into, let's see, my grade book. And okay, I'm in the demo class here. So I want to change this to be the, GTPS PD day? Maybe it's edtech. I don't know which one I did. Yeah, it's this one. All right. And now here it's going to show me a class roster, and then I can see the assignment up top, and then it'll show me, what assignments are finished that the students handed in, what the students' progress on here as well. You can get some detailed information here, the grade, the percentage of the video that was watched, the correct responses, how much time the students spent on it, and whether it was turned in or not. All right. So you can see here a little bit of, what they actually responded to. You can also see if anything was late. So if a student turned in something late, you'll see that here on the grade, in this grade book as well. All right. And you'll see, like, I don't have anything in here, so this isn't really a good example. But as a teacher, you'll see, oh, look, one answer to grade. Okay, so I'm going to say correct. All right. And then, let's see. And she got the first one wrong, and then the open-ended question she got right. So, I can see here that she got 100 out of 100, but that's really not correct because she got the wrong answer here. So I guess I can change that.
No, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. That shouldn't be like that. So
I answered both my questions right.
I don't know. Oh, wait, who is that? Kiwi or
Yeah, that's me.
Catherine? That's you.
That's me.
But this says Catherine here.
So
All right,
it
so
says 0% got the wrong answer. That's what it says. 0%
well,
got the wrong
before
answer.
it said 100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
but if you're looking at the screen, at the little boxes above, it says 0% of the two of us got the wrong answer. We're the only two that have answered, and we both got them right so far.
Well, you both got the second question right, but nobody got the first question right.
No,
So,
it says 0% of the people got the wrong answer.
where do you see that at? Yeah, 0%.
Right there. So it's wrong
Yeah.
answer. So that means that we got it right. Does that make sense? It means 0% got that question wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of confusing. I
guess because we don't have enough numbers to really show
Yeah,
when not enough people answered. So I think if the more people that answer, you'll start to see if people get that wrong. You'll start to see that a certain percent of the class got that question wrong. So far, me and Catherine got it right.
And I answered the other question, so you'd have 2 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah, but the other question was open-ended, so she has to grade that manually. That's what.
Yeah, I have to grade it manually. So like here in the grade book here, see here, Catherine has a 3 dots next to this assignment STEM. That means that I have to grade it. So if I click on the 3 dots here, I can actually see what she answered. All right. And she got 1 of 2 questions correct. And she answered 2 questions. All right. And then here's her responses. So you selected the correct answer for what does STEM mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then where can you find STEM jobs? Well, I have to mark that manually. So I'm going to give you a check on that. So it's, you
Okay.
got 100%.
So
Because
if you want
that's
to make it easy for yourself, don't do open-ended.
yeah, I mean, at first, you're going to
Don't do
want to
open-ended.
probably just do multiple choice. But that's how you handle the open-ended. You have to manually go in and check it. And if it doesn't make sense, then you would put an X here. And I think you can give them partial credit. So if they did answer the question, but it doesn't make too much, it makes a little bit of sense, but they forgot to add like something else to it, you can give them like, a half a point or, something like that. So you can give them partial credit here. So that's actually a really good feature. And then I can go back to my grade book and I can actually see the rest of my class, rest of my students here. So let's go down to Kiwi. See, and then Catherine, in my grade book, she got 100 out of 100. Okay.
Oh, good.
And now Kiwi, and here you are, 100 out of 100 too. So yours, I marked yours done correct before, but
I had the same answer she did.
Yeah, I know everybody did, right? But this grade book is actually pretty cool because it'll tell you what you need to grade. It'll tell you what's late. It'll tell you what you need to grade. And if it's all green, that means that student, you're caught up with that student. If it's red, like if these little boxes are red or they're yellow, that's an indicator that, hey, you need to go back in and see like what's going on. The red probably means like you need to do it, or maybe they failed. And then the yellow means like maybe borderline passing. So it's kind of like a traffic light. So that's a quick glance of the gradebook using the color code. So green would mean pass, yellow would mean borderline, and then red would mean failing. And then according to like the little 3 dots on here, you can determine if you need to grade it or not. And if there's like a little circle in the corner of the grade, that means that it's late. So just by looking at this grade book screen, you'll be able to determine whether they pass or fail, whether it was late or whether you graded it or not. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, so like this is like really basic stuff. I'm not really going to go too much into it with you because like I don't want to overwhelm you guys. But you do have the option to export your grades from here. So here you see export gradebook. So if I click export gradebook, it downloads it. Do you guys see that? I don't think you're going to see it because I'm not sharing my entire screen. But if you export it, it will download it as a CSV file, which is an Excel spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you'll have like your class roster in there, and then the assignment and the grades. I actually have it open. It's just not screen sharing because I'm not screen sharing my whole desktop. I'm just doing the tab. Do you want me to show it to you?
That's up to you.
All right, let me show you. So let me go back to Google Meet. So let me share let me see. Let me see if I can move this over here. All right, so okay, so you see this spreadsheet? So this spreadsheet I exported out of Edpuzzle through the Edpuzzle gradebook. All right, so you can see that, you have the class list here, and then here's the grades, and then up top, you know, this row here is going to give you your headers, like your last name, first name, the name of the assignment, and that. All right. So you can take your gradebook from Edpuzzle and put it into a Google Sheet. All right. That's basically it. Like that's all that I have. Like I don't want to really overwhelm anybody. I just want you to like know that this tool is here and that it's actually a really nice tool to use with the kids because first of all, I don't think it's very hard, and it'll give you a good assessment of tracking your kids' progress or just to get them to participate. You know, if they're not going to do it, they're going to stop right away and they're not going to watch the video. But if they're going to watch the video, you're going to want to see if they understood what they watched. So the questions and having that all in there is going to give them the opportunity to show what they know. Do you guys have any questions?
No, it sounds pretty simple.
It's
Just
very
try to find the
user-friendly.
content, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's mostly. So I guess my thing now would be just looking for things like, is this something I can do with reading? Is it like a text? Is there other, math? I definitely, I'm sure I could find a few things, but I just because I do ELA as well too, so just gotta find content that matches what I would need.
Yeah, you got to go through the channels.
Yeah.
So the channels that they give you are Edpuzzle, the YouTube, Khan Academy. You're going to find something in one of those three channels. If you were talking about science and nature and ecosystems, maybe you can find something in the National Geographic channel. But remember, you can upload your own video.
That's what I like.
So if you don't find anything, don't waste your time. Make your own video, and then you keep it in your EdTech library, and you can reuse that video for like the next class or next year. So it's not going to be a waste to do the video. And you could probably create a 5-minute video and get your point across very quickly in 5 minutes. And the way you do that is with your one, you can create your video through Edpuzzle. Two, you can create a video using Screencastify, and you can explain yourself. And if you wanted to use Screencastify, you can share your screen and you can actually like demonstrate something on like a whiteboard app and explain to the kids that way. So there's options. You can create your video through Edpuzzle, through Screencastify, and you would need you can even use your own phone if you wanted to. So you can do that as well.
Hey, Kim, do you know, is there a limit if you create your own video? A time limit?
That I don't know, because right now this is free. And I don't really know what the limitations of the free account is. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. You would have to do a little bit of digging on that. See here, I have 4 out of 20 storage use space. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. So I don't know if plans for teachers, schools, and districts. So a pro teacher plan is $9.50 a month. And then schools and districts would have to, request a price. So it says here for the free plan, you can create your own video lessons, ask questions, audio and notes, get storage space for 20 videos. So you have 20 videos that you can test your assessment in for students. Once you hit 20, you're going to probably have to delete videos. So that's So that's going to be where your limit's going to be. You could only upload 20. Get storage space for 20 videos. That's what it says.
But if you record them separately on your own and then you upload them, you can.
Well, I would think that would count as a video.
But if you record them on your own and you don't record them through Edpuzzle, then you can move them in and out, and you'll just always be rotating through. So you won't actually lose any videos. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep. The only thing you would have to do is like recreate the video with the questions. You would have to upload the video and then add the questions in again. But if you made your own video and then you wrote down or typed up your questions and actually put the time of when you need to ask that question, then you're good to go.
Just take a picture of the screenshot it or whatever.
Exactly. So it's not a big deal. And then you just kind of file it away in your folder.
Then you have your own library of your videos, and then you just upload and put them in and pull them out, and then you can just.
Yeah.
We change questions every now and then anyway, because you don't always want to ask the same questions anyway.
No, you don't.
Did you notice there's a Galloway Township Middle School folder?
I did.
That's super nice because Christy's been using it. So it's nice when I click on it, it shows me what Christy's made and what Mariah, her student teachers, made.
Cool.
So that's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know who else is using this at school. It says 11 teachers. Maddie Stapleton is. But I don't, actually I clicked on it and it gave me actually everybody who's using it. So that's good. So I would Zellers, LaBounty, Trooper, Jen, Kristen, Mariah, Nicole. I don't know who they are. Yeah, so if this is something like, because these ed tech companies are giving away free trials to the end of the year because of remote learning and this and that. And if we find that, if you communicate with me and you tell me, hey, my team's going to use this tool, is it possible we can get a subscription? You have to tell me because, I will talk to the people in the front office and see if we can get a subscription. Because if you're using it and you find it helpful, then somebody else is going to find it helpful as well.
Yeah, I definitely think this is worth having just because I've been sending my students videos that I've been doing along with work for them to complete, and they're not looking at the videos. They're emailing me because they don't understand something. So I just pushed this out for this week's assignment, and it's amazing. I've had so many kids do it. So it's definitely something I think worth doing because they're accountable for actually watching the video, even if they're only answering 3 little questions. It works.
Exactly. So I agree, but you guys have to communicate with me and then I can, find out, who we can, how much a price is and then, pass that along to Betty because even the We Video pilot, I was pushing that out even before we went to, even before all this happened, I was pushing this out in starting in December. Nobody got on board. And then now I have
problem
a few
is
people,
we're so busy.
But I have a few people that are using it and they're asking me about subscription.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying we'll get a subscription for the whole school, but we can certainly get a percentage or a quarter. You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of let me know. And then I'll try to push that out there because I was talking to Betty yesterday about it. And I know, Kristen, you're using it because when I went into your Google Classroom, I saw that you were using it. So kudos to you, girl.
Hi. So I'm just trying to put my mic back on. Yeah, no, it's really awesome. I'm just glad that you answered my questions about, because there's some of the videos that are really great that don't have questions. So now I know I can like use those videos, because I'm not going to use a video but doesn't have questions, you know. So now I know that you can go in and add your own questions, and that's really great. But no, I think it's amazing because some of the videos are nice and short and sweet. You know, you're in, you're out. So I think it's great. And the
All
kids-
right, cool. Yeah, I think the kids are going to be held accountable by using this tool. I know it's another tool, but you have to have a tool belt, you know?
Yeah, and the fact that it grades it for you, I mean, like, that's one less thing you have to do.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. Well, so
All
thank
right,
you
cool.
so much. I learned a lot of more things to work on.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad I was helpful today. Good.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to let myself go because I have another webinar to attend at 2:00. And I will be passing the information I learned from that webinar to you guys next week. So Daniela, I expect to see you because I'm doing this for you, my friend. The Cami.
Well, I have 10 days left on my free subscription.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to them at 2:00.
I have a question, Google Meet question. Do you already have something set up? Because I haven't used Google Meet. I've been using Zoom, but now that Google Meet has the extra features for protection and we're allowed to use it with our students.
No, we're not allowed to use it with the students.
I thought we were now.
No. Mm-mm.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm the Google administrator. Nobody turned it on in the domain.
I thought when I was talking to Paula yesterday at our meeting, she said Google Meet was an okay platform now.
Nobody told me to enable it
I don't
for
remember her saying
students.
that.
Remember, Ripka was saying something about the extra features that were now available.
Oh yeah, but I don't. She just said, "Oh, okay, that's nice to know," but we still haven't gotten word that we could use it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were actually allowed to
Yeah.
use it because I haven't used it, so I know nothing about it.
You can't
Oh.
use it with students.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah, it's turned off for students, but I'm using it with you guys so
Right,
that
fine.
when it does get turned on, or if it does, I shouldn't say when, if it does get turned on, then I can, because, you know, I was out of the Google Meet loop. I was using Zoom, so I got to get
I like Zoom.
reacquainted with it again.
My only
But yeah,
thing with Zoom, you can't get a list of students that are in the class.
so I put in the Google Classroom. There's an extension called Google Meet. Oh no, that's for Google Meet. Yeah, you have to. You're gonna have to figure that part out with that. But with Google Meet, you can add an extension,
right,
for Meet attendance. So there might be some extension there for you to look at. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, but yeah. So that decision has to be made by administration, and nobody told me anything new. So you guys are still using Zoom with students. Google Meet with teachers, and or Zoom with teachers. But yeah, because you know they don't want to make things harder for you guys, and people were saying they you feel comfortable with Zoom and you don't that you don't want to go back and forth. So I don't know what the decision is, but it's not on for students.
Kiwi, your puppy's so cute.
Oh, thanks. She finally came over here. She just lays here. Look at Catherine.
Ah, more doggies.
Yay, the doggy. Say hi.
This is the best part about learning from
I
home.
know.
We're friends.
I'm so worried about when I have to go back that she's gonna be like, "What happened to mommy?"
Oh my gosh, they're going to get so like, where'd everybody go?
I know my dog was
We'll be
totally
happy.
confused.
Everybody's
When,
cat will be happy.
My dog